Good afternoon YouTube, and welcome back to another video. This weekend I'm heading out again on the trail, and we're going to be going to Lulworth Cove and walking to Weymouth, and then Weymouth to Portland and around the island. So this little video is just going to be a kit update to show you what I take with me when I head out on the trail. So my backpack is super lightweight, North Face, recent acquisition this, and I absolutely love it. It's once it's fully packed, it really doesn't feel like it's on your back at all, and plenty of pouches, nice and easy to carry. Just a really good piece of kit, that. So what we're going to put in the pack, my first piece of kit that I always take with me is my waterproofs. Now got my trousers in this little waterproof bag and my jacket. May not rain this weekend. In fact, the chances of it raining this weekend are pretty slim. However, if you do end up having a problem, these are a separate layer of clothing. If it's windy, thin layer, windproof, and they're always just a good backup to have with me. So I always take these, and these just slot straight into the bottom of the pack, take up really not a lot of space because everything else squishes them down. So they will just go straight into the bottom and be my first piece of kit. And then we take gloves and a hat. This is just a thin merino wool hat and thin gloves, just a layer on your skin, just to stop the biting wind getting to your hands. Normally these come off quite quickly, but I like to start the day with them knowing that it's going to be a frosty start. So there again, very small. Pack away when you don't want them anymore. Not a problem to carry at all. The purpose of this video really is to show you how I can lighten up some kit. I normally take a bit more with me than this, but this is a good exercise for me to try and take a bit less with me, but still covering all the bases. So my Jetboil, that always comes with me. Jetboil does my cooking, it makes my coffee. Basically, essential piece of kit. My favourite piece of kit, really. That's going to go in, so we'll pop that over there. The cup, got a titanium cup as opposed to the old plastic one I used to carry. Again, it saves on a bit of weight, and that's easy enough to pop in as well. So that goes over there with my Jetboil. I found a very compact, lightweight mat to sit on. When it's damp on the ground, this is easy to just pull out and sit on. And it's absolutely negligible weight. Very small, slots in the back. Loving that piece of kit. For my lunch, I've got a box. This box, I don't know if you can see. Pick this one up. Not cheap, but actually really good piece of kit. You can use both the top and the bottom. That's a chopping board that's just fallen out there. So chopping board doesn't need to come with me this weekend, so I'm going to leave that at home. The two cups inside, don't need those because I've got my titanium one now, so that one can stay here, and the spork, that can stay at home, and you'll find out why in just a few minutes. So that's a lot of weight gone out of there. Now what I do with my food is I just literally pour my food into this section, add the water, leave it for a few minutes, and there's my lunch. And just makes life very easy, really. Slots into the other section there and just packs away nice and small. For my food this weekend, really super excited to tell you about my food. I've done a little video on it before, but this time I'm going to try out 3 different flavours whilst I'm on my 2-day hike. So I'm going to start with the Moroccan main meal. This is 128 grams this weighs. Same size as a bag of tissues. Easy to carry. Amazing flavours in these meals. They are super nutritious. And to be quite honest, that replaces what I was taking with me before, was a Wayfarer meal. Wayfarer meals weigh in themselves 300 grams. And this 128. So we're less than half the weight with that meal alone, and half the space, at least half the space. You could probably get 4 of those into the space a Wayfarer meal takes, and more nutritious. So I'm really loving those. The next tent meals is my breakfast for the following morning. Sour cherry and chocolate. Again, this one weighs even less at 116 grams and it's packed full of nutrition. These meals, by the way, are 500 calories each. They do a version that is 800 calories, but for me, all I need is the 500. And again, just super nutritious, real food, add water, job done. This is a pack of tent meals snacks, chocolate and nuts, super nutritious, really easy to take with you. Pop it in your pocket, snacks en route. I've got a Thai green curry as well. That'll be for my dinner on Monday. Again, all these things, same size as a packet of tissues. Easy to fit in your bag, easy to carry. And I've also got a flapjack there for my pocket. So that's easy food. What I do with my food is I pop it into a bag and keeps it all in one place. And also means that I can use that bag as a rubbish bag. Far too many people seem to be leaving rubbish on the trail at the moment, and it really does grind my gears. So I put my stuff in there, zip it up, packs it away nicely, and then I just use the same bag for the rubbish. Simple. Find a bin, tip the rubbish in, and that's that. 2 bottles of water. I know tomorrow that I can fill these up on the route, so I'm not going to overdo the water. This one, I bought this recently. It's got measuring increments on the side, and I bought this specifically so that I could measure out the water that I need for my tent meals, because they are specifically 200 mils, and if you overdo it, then you end up with a sloppy meal. So that one I bought recently for that purpose. And this one, again, quite a recent acquisition. It's a Light My Fire bottle, and it squashes down when you're not using it. So once this one's empty, I can squash it down, pop it in my bag, and it takes up no space. So that's super simple. 2 knives I'm going to take with me. This is the Spyderco Salt Edition. Nice for on the beach, doesn't go rusty when you get it near the seawater, and obviously on the coast path walk we're likely to be sat on a beach having our food. So this one is super light, super easy. Belt clip there as well, so it's easily accessible. And this one is just a small Swiss Army knife, just with a few extra bits and pieces on there, so covers all eventualities really, that one. Next is the, just my lightweight cutlery really. This is a titanium spoon. Nothing exciting really, but that's basically can make stir my drinks, eat my lunch. Don't need for anything else. That just goes in with the box. And then battery charger. This is really important piece of kit to take with you. Phone goes dead, can't get to a phone, emergencies, you definitely need to take a phone charger with you. So this slots into a side pouch and keeps my phone charged up during the day. Now I've got 2 torches with me. Head torch is my preferred method of seeing my way around in the dark. Obviously it frees up my hands. However, always take a backup. That one's fully charged today, and I will use my charger with my battery pack while I'm out. But this one, super small, easily carried, just goes in its case. And this one is very, very bright. So bearing in mind we will be walking some of the route in the dark, in the early part of the evening, maybe early in the morning on Monday. Definitely going to be taking 2 torches with me, and they're very light to carry as well. Drinks. Tea, coffee, milk sachets, packed into a small dry bag. Roll that down. That really is very small, very light. I've emptied a lot of that out. I normally take far too much with me. Another dry bag. This one's got some snacks in it. Rarely do I use the snacks, but it's always useful to have them. Got mostly protein stuff really, and you know, protein and carbs. Beef jerky. Try not to eat the chocolate, but you know, sometimes you just need to. Salted caramel chocolate. Couple of packets of sesame snaps, good for energy. Good for electrolyte replacements. Salted peanuts. These ones have just come out of a ration pack. But if you do sweat a lot or it is quite warm, you do lose an awful lot of fluids and you do need to top up your electrolytes. So salted peanuts, ideal for that. Protein flapjack and a Chia Charge cereal bar there. Just thinned out quite a lot my snack bag for this trip, and it'll all come back with me, I expect, but it's just handy to have. And again, it rolls down super small and goes in my bag. A couple of packets of wipes and some tissues just to clean things up with, and again pop the rubbish into my plastic bag. Last but not least, the first aid kit. Now, I didn't have a proper red bag, but this one will do. Nice and bright so people can find it. And in the first aid kit are some dressings, tape to stick them on with, blister plasters. Always carry plenty of blister plasters. My new boots, I tend not to get blisters, but you just never know. And if I don't, somebody else might. Tiny blister plasters, got absolutely loads of those. Paracetamol, just in case. What else is in here? Paracetamol, ibuprofen, and I've got allergy tablets in here as well, just for the summer really, but they're always worth carrying. You just never know. Antihistamine, it's a great thing to carry. And also my Victorinox Swisscard nail care. So little pair of scissors in there, little pair of tweezers, another handy piece of kit to have. So that's just going to be in there too. So for this trip, that's pretty much all I'm going to take with me. We're staying in a hotel at the midway point tomorrow, so I don't need to be taking extra clothing out with me or anything like that. We're not camping at the moment, so just a lovely night in a hotel, which makes life really simple and quite enjoyable, to be quite honest, because you just know that you're going to be in the warm and you can have a nice hot shower at the end of the day. I can just sort my bag out by the, at the end in the luxury of a room, watch a bit of telly, get a good night's sleep really before the following day. But we will make a video out on the trail. We'll take a few pictures and see how we get on, and I will see you in a few days' time.